It's morning, and that means it's time for Rotten Mornings. The best way to start your morning off rotten.
Good morning, everyone. This is another episode of Rotten Mornings. I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
And, hi. Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody.
How you feeling today, Matt?
You know what? I'm feeling good because I had my mental health day yesterday. I was feeling horrible yesterday, but today I'm feeling a lot better. But
Yeah.
I've got it in my head that you're feeling a little bit beat up from all the hard work we've been doing on here, man. And you know what? The thing about us is that we know that what we do is reaching you guys, and the fan that watches our stuff is why we do this.
Matt?
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I lost interest.
Oh. Hey, I'd like to say something else too. This is completely off that topic, but it was brought to my attention that yesterday that fan that I mentioned, you know, the one that we do this for, well, she heard me say that I'd got kicked in the balls the other day, and I felt like, you know, she was picking up. I didn't talk to her about that. We talked about it today though, or yesterday, and I want her to know, you know, to wake up with me letting her know how much we both need her.
Okay. I don't know who that is, but I like all of our fans. I think that they're all pretty.
Well, I'm of course referring to Brandy.
Oh, I didn't pick up on that.
That's weird.
Yeah. So Brandy kicked you in the balls yesterday.
No, you missed it's okay. Scott's a little bit tired. That's okay, people. Scott's been working his butt off. He's working a bazillion hours and making this content for you and editing this every day. And you know what? Just let's all give him a hand right now.
Please don't give me a hand. We have gremlins.
We have gremlins. Is this episode about gremlins?
It is not.
Okay.
We have a thing coming up about the strange and mysterious, tall, hairy creatures.
Fun.
Yeah, should be fun. Let's talk a little bit about today. What did people? Nope. Let's talk about tomorrow. We will talk about today, but we will talk about today tomorrow. We're supposed to be talking about yesterday. Oh God, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm super tired. We're really shitty at this time thing. We record these podcasts one day after they air. And,
actually, we recorded some of them 2 weeks ago, and some of them we recorded at the beginning of December.
It's so good. I've set a calendar reminder, and it just says, "Hey, don't be funny on this day," as if I need the reminder.
Right. My calendar says it on every day, so that way I can blame it on the calendar.
Oh man. I did do a little fact checking on our entire series so far, and crunch some numbers. This is the 6th episode.
You crunched some tacos.
Yes, I did. Yeah, that's true. But while I was crunching tacos, I crunched some numbers, and looking at the episodes, I have a number here, and the data reflects we are idiots.
We are terrible.
God. It was like, hey, could you check some of these facts? And they're like, where? Where are the facts?
Well, you know what? It's the 3 promises we always make to all the people we know. Promise number 1, we will always probably not be on time.
That's
Promise number 2, we will waste your time. And promise number 3, we will not be good.
That's fair. It's weird that you leave off the 4th one. We will not make promises to you. I think that's like
we are not fulfillers of promises. We are just promised makers.
Yes, we are part of promise makers. Right.
Speaking of promise makers, I have actually made the first flub on our schedule. I did not release Dolls versus Teddy Bears yesterday. I lost half of my footage.
That's okay. That's okay. I think even though I told you yesterday, the fans have purposely not watched anything, waiting for this first release, and then they'd watch that. No, it's okay to not release that.
Right.
I think it's okay to say that episode didn't come out today because of coronavirus.
Yes, exactly.
You know, it's so funny. I stay in these hotels because I travel all the time. I'm in a hotel right now, and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing the hot buffet breakfast because of coronavirus." And I'm like, "Are you charging me the same?" "Oh yeah, it's the same price." And they're like going gas stations. They're like, because of coronavirus, you're not doing free refills on the drink. Sorry, guys, it's the same price." "Oh yeah, it's the same price, but I'm not getting like the perk of it." So you guys are just making mad money and going, it's coronavirus.
Well, if you really look at it, I mean, I hate to say this, but number 1, what's worthwhile about going to Walmart? What makes Walmart a good grocery store? Why they did all their business? Why they became as big as they did? You know what it is? 24-hour grocery stores. 24 hours.
Okay.
They closed down at like 9 or 10 o'clock. They're irrelevant now. Why even go to fucking Walmart? Sorry. Shit.
No, it's okay. There's like,
but so that's Walmart because of the pandemic. Now Walmart has like main feature has been taken away, so it's pointless. So now Walmart is becoming like the underdog to Amazon. Well, then you've got like McDonald's, right? What was McDonald's recent surge in popularity because of? It was one thing that they adopted that nobody else was doing. Do you know what it was?
Szechuan sauce?
Serving breakfast 24/7.
Okay.
Now they don't even serve breakfast at all. The whole entire gimmick has been taken away. There's no reason to go to McDonald's now. They have nothing. They're just like they're not even like, they're just a brand now. They don't even offer the abnormality of the brand.
So, things are a little different where I'm at because McDonald's blew up, and they do have breakfast all day and where I live. But the thing about it is that no sit-down restaurants were open during coronavirus, so everybody and like no one wants to go to the supermarket or interact with people. So lines around fast food, all fast food, have been incredible, like out into the road in all the little small towns that I visit, because people aren't going to restaurants, people aren't going to the grocery store, they're going to fast food. Yeah, and Walmart in small towns, they never open 24 hours because they would have never made any money.
See, I was under the impression that McDonald's had stopped serving breakfast altogether because all the locations near me don't serve breakfast. Not only not 24/7, but they weren't serving breakfast at all.
So they 0-7.
Yes.
Or 24-0. 24 hours a day, 0 days a week. It would just be 0-0, Scott.
Yeah,
Oh,
it would. But okay, so now that we've got all the political talk out of the way, but on a side note, the haunts this year are doing better numbers than they ever have. So that's correct.
Yeah. Matt, are you still there? Did I lose you? I lost you. Drat it. So the haunts are doing better this year?
Yeah, they're doing a lot better. I was at Hellbilly Hollow on Saturday night, and I've never seen that many people there. The lines were like ridiculous. They still like kept everybody entertained, but the inevitable ramification of that is it's almost impossible to maintain a lot of stricter guidelines. I see a lot of haunts putting a lot of effort into it, but it really comes down to how you feel. But I would say that in droves, I have seen tons of people at haunts. Tons.
Yeah, I think a lot of people were looking toward this October to get out and start having activities.
And on another note, October the 1st, Halloween started October the 1st. The news talked about it. The commercials talked about it. Everybody has nothing to do. So Halloween is the biggest this year. And it's the smallest because we're not even really doing it. But it's more alive this year than it ever has been because I see it in everything right now. And we're not even, Michael's already put a discount on their Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Have you seen the people make candy slides?
Yeah.
I've never seen that before. So that's kind of a Corona invention,
And you know what? I was saying that about how the haunts are being affected. I saw a haunt in Florida that was a drive-through haunt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the way they worked is they had red lights and green lights where you pull up, you stop at the red light. There's a scene, you move forward when the light is green, right?
Yeah.
Well, then it ended in a movie theater that was a recorded movie of an interaction with some movie trailers and interaction with the creatures in the lot while you were parked in front of the drive-thru.
That's fun.
And I'm just saying that if we go back to being okay, if everything kind of goes back to the way it is, the haunts have had to invent new ways to make things safer, and they won't lose those things. They'll just add those things to their already growing repertoire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And you always have that evolution. I think I don't know when it starts in 2021. Is the bat apocalypse? There will be from what I understand from my time traveling friends, there will be an explosion at the Louisville Slugger plant, and bats will rain down.
Well, hold on one second.
Yes.
No, I just want you to stop.
Yeah,
just stop altogether that train of thought.
Done. So this morning on yesterday morning. Holy crap. Yesterday morning on Rotten Mournings, we talked about some vampires.
A lot. We
already attempted to.
We attempted to talk about them a lot.
Yes. Hey.
After which we had the misscheduling, and I scheduled the We Are Not Alone episode that was featuring Sharon from the Haunted Chicken House.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fun. That was a good one. I like that series. I always like when other people participate. And then, did you release another trailer today?
No.
Okay. Interesting. Did I black out for part of the day? And
that'll be yesterday.
Son of a biscuit.
You really are having trouble with this one tonight.
I know, it's usually not me.
You mess me up.
I like the fact that it's not you this time, where I'm like, what an idiot. So now I'm like, I get to be an idiot. On a very special role reversal version of Rotten. Is it morning? It is still morning. Okay, yeah, mornings.
Correct. Rotten mornings, and it doesn't mean like the dead. It means daytime.
What? The
You know,
dead?
mourning. You mourn the dead. Mourning the dead.
Yes, that's the name of the show. Is Rotten Mornings. We're mourning whatever we put out the day before.
Yes. We're mourning all the people that choose to listen to this.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so and then we got 2 Rotten Strips, right?
Correct.
Number 5.
Number 5.
Johnny 5 alive.
So are you mad at me that I rushed the title?
No. Why? What did you rush the title?
I rushed the title. I rushed the title scene.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Really? You didn't notice it was like...
Nope.
I shouldn't have said anything.
I know, because guess what? No, I'm mad about it.
I can't believe you didn't notice it. You passed.
Yeah. Well, so this is the part of the show where I admit I didn't watch it.
You Heartless. It's my best single piece that I've ever done. It was not choppy. It was a single thing.
Yes, it was very, very good, Matt, and I was really impressed with it, and really watching it. I know that there's another part or multiple parts coming after this, but I know that when this is over, we don't have to make any more strips. We're done. We're probably not going to top that. This is our swan song. So
that's our shark jumping.
Yeah, this is our ice shark jumping.
we jumped the ice shark, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. Auntie, no.
No, there's only one more part to that, and that'll be my next episode. After that, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do.
That's perfect. Coming up today, we've got a couple of things scheduled. If you tune in the morning, you will get to hear the beginning of this podcast, and if you fast forward, you'll get to right here. So if you've tuned in the past, and then
oh god,
I guess stuck around.
So today, after now, we will be releasing our first review of the year for the Haunted Chicken House. It's the first haunt we went to.
Okay.
And after that, it should be the next episode of Rotten Strips. And maybe, if you guys really wish hard, Dolls versus Teddy Bears might come out in somewhere in there.
Hey, I'm still wishing hard that the next episode of Rotten Strips comes out somewhere in there.
Right.
Yeah. I've been at work and then in a hotel room. Yeah. So I don't know if we're gonna get to see a wet cheeseburger, but something's gonna happen.
Join Rotten Travels for the innocuous trip to the restroom after the bag full of Taco Bell.
This Rotten Road, at this haunted Taco Bell location, they no longer serve the spirit of Mexican pizza.
Oh gosh.
What is this? What is this sauce? Diablo? It's full of the devil's sauce.
Oh my god, we're so bad today.
Oh, you know what? It's just coming to light that we're bad. we're always
trying to
bad.
pretend like today is a anomaly, so then that way the other days seem somewhat congruent.
Well, so that was what happened yesterday, and also what's coming up later today. Stick around after the break, and you'll probably hear a story. Oh, you'll hear us discussing our topic of the day.
Correct, you will. And let me just say, Scott, that I'm really glad that we are friends.
Hey, I'm going to edit that out and put in you saying friends.
You ass.
I did. You guys have a rotten morning.
Have a rotten morning.
The story of large ape men living in the woods has been a story around for ages. Sasquatch, Yeti, Bigfoot. Perhaps there is no story more common than the story of Bigfoot. And like there's some footage of Bigfoot.
Hello.
So, hello there. Are you ready to talk about this topic? It's a pretty big topic.
Yes, definitely.
Hey, I was actually kind of curious if you've had any experience with this before, guys. We're talking about Bigfoot. Or is it Big Feet or Bigfoots?
I think it's Big Feet.
Big Feet.
Yeah.
Will it be a herd? A herd of Big Feet?
It'll be a murder
A group?
a murder.
Oh, yeah, a murder of Big Feet.
Yeah, you call it
Name of them.
a cookout.
It's a cookout with Coors
Yeah, it's a
Light
cookout
with
of Big Feet over there.
So the story of Bigfoot has been passed down through generations, has been part of stories dating far back as far as anyone can tell.
Yeah. Correct.
Well,
So
I'm glad we agree that it is a story.
I mean, the experience that I've had with Bigfoot is basically the Alabama White thing. Yeah, I mean, experience to the fact that he asked me out, but he didn't show up.
So
I'm still kind of
about that, or
I'm dealing that old Alabama White thing.
Sure. When you said the term Alabama White thing, I had to Google it real quick because I thought that was a term for
No.
cocaine. Hey, you want to do some of that Alabama White thing? Just because people didn't know what to call it. What is it? It's the.
I think if somebody said an Alabama White thing, they would just assume you were talking about milk or some something that is associated with a farm.
If someone said the Alabama White thing, people would be like,
are you talking about bowling?
Oh, hey, are you familiar with the Alabama White?
Yeah.
Wow. Probably the most famous Bigfoot footage is the Patterson-Gimli footage.
Oh, yes. That's what we grew up with.
It's been so heavily investigated and studied, And really, you just want it to be a hoax, right?
I don't want it to be a hoax.
Okay, so, but like in your head, like even as a filmmaker, like you want to see the thing that's like, that's not
Well, I
real
mean,
because of this, or
I
like,
don't think that's a
I don't
desire
like
that
to.
we have. I think that's just a rationale kind of thing we have to make us feel better about
That's
like
fair.
being right about what we thought was real. You know what I mean? It's the same way we rationale a noise we hear by saying like, okay, the wind blew, it knocked a tree branch down, not, oh, there's a vampire in the woods chasing us. You know what I mean?
Sure. I think I think the footage itself, if you just see the footage, it sells, right? It's a very convincing
I don't know.
piece of
Honestly,
footage.
I think it's sold to us. And I think as we grew up seeing it, it's still sold to us. But kids nowadays, I know in other versions of the other episodes of this podcast, we talked about how the evolution of a thing has gone. I don't feel like Bigfoot has had a like evolution. It went away from Bigfoot and has now become like the Sasquatch or the Yeti because nobody's doing Bigfoot commercials anymore. They're doing Sasquatch with the beef jerky and the Yeti with something else I've seen Yeti stuff with, but not Bigfoot, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's almost like that's
That's
fading.
true. I can't think of the last yeah. We don't get the Harry and the Hendersons anymore. Yeah, it's interesting. That's interesting. I haven't even thought about the fact that we don't see Bigfoot. I guess there's still the
Yeah, but even that's like
Bigfoot.
So not the same thing. Everybody is going to know Gravedigger over Bigfoot nowadays.
Yeah, I guess so. But to the Patterson Gimli footage, when I saw it, and probably when you saw it, we just got to see this footage, and they're like, "This is a real live Bigfoot. This is the only time it's ever been caught on camera. This has been verified, and that's how it was sold, right?" Mm-hmm. So, doing the digging onto the Patterson Gimli footage, these guys caught this footage of this Bigfoot while they were out in the woods trying to find a set location for a Bigfoot movie that they're wanting to film.
Are you serious?
I'm being completely serious. They're out scouting the woods for the perfect location to shoot their Bigfoot movie, and somehow they capture a real Bigfoot.
Well, let me ask you this: in the say the production list of props, was there possibly a Bigfoot suit?
Yes, and they had someone wearing it.
He was with them. He videotaped it, right?
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that Bigfoot footage was actually filmed by a real Bigfoot.
Right. And see, if you hear that,
the Bigfoot,
if you hear that, head
head
explodes. Turns out the Patterson Gimli footage is actually a Bigfoot recording Patterson Gimli making a Bigfoot movie. So the picture of the Bigfoot in the video is a guy in a costume, but the guy holding the camera is a Bigfoot.
Have you ever seen? It's slightly off topic, but have you ever seen like UFO footage, and then like it's like over a city, and then it's like in the clouds, and then it's like in space, and you're like, wait a minute,
yeah, right.
What's filming this? Like, hey guys, I don't want to be the one.
He's got a cameraman tethered to the ship.
Yeah, basically what I'm saying is Bigfoot filmed that too, and we don't know how big he is.
Wait a minute, are you insinuating in the TV shows when the car drives away that they're actually just leaving their cameraman on set? Okay.
Yes. That's exactly what I'm saying. Because immediately after that, and you don't see it because it's edited out, is him like putting the camera toward the ground, and you hear him
I
like
hate you
grumbling
guys.
off camera.
You
Man, those guys
always
left
do
me
this.
again. Could you guys go back? Stop playing. I feel like that happened
Yeah.
in the Pirates of
Well, I'll
Gimli as
tell
well.
you, you
Like,
say you don't know, that you haven't heard a lot about like Bigfoot lately. You know that I believe about maybe 4 years ago that Bobcat Goldthwait made a horror movie about Bigfoot that was it was all right. Yeah.
oh, really?
Oh man,
What was that?
I really have to Google it to get the name. Let me Google it real quick. You just fill the time with gobbling or something.
Oh, well, that's fine because another piece of Bigfoot, like media that has been out recently and it came out this year was, and I
Oh,
don't know the
it's
name
called
of it either,
Willow
man.
Creek
Oh
is
my
the
God, we're so
Bobcat
stupid.
Goldthwait one. I mean,
Oh,
it was
okay,
all
good.
right for it's kind of like Bigfoot Blair Witch. It's found
Okay.
footage. It's very them being stalked in the woods sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't even know if we've discussed this outside the podcast, but Max Brooks, who did the
Mm-hmm.
World War Z, son of
Yes,
Mel
yes.
Brooks. You know who Max Brooks is. He has a new book out called, I think it's called De-Evolution, and it is a Bigfoot story. Neat, huh? Okay. And in other news today, Congress has a plane flying over. So yeah, Max Brooks, he has this book out called The Evolution, and it is a Bigfoot story, and it is a kind of a wild ride.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's about these people who kind of live not in a commune, but they have like a wealthy kind of secluded place in the woods, far away from everybody, and they kind of work on their computers. They telecommute to work, and they start getting visits from a Bigfoot and then multiple Bigfoots, and it's basically not found footage, but like found diaries of this woman who may or may not have survived the Bigfoot attacks.
That's really cool, man. I guess he kind of writes in that kind of way for most of his stuff, huh? In a way, his writing is sort of a found footage.
Yeah.
So that's
The
cool.
only,
Check that out.
yeah, it's an interesting book. I guess I didn't dig it. I just didn't dig it.
Really. I mean, hey,
Yeah,
you don't have to feel bad about not loving everything.
yeah. I gave it a shot though. What it is, we were talking about not seeing Bigfoot, and now we've brought up like a couple of examples from the current years of
Willow
Bigfoot.
Creek, 2003.
I hate you.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a good 17 years ago.
Yeah, but when was it released? Yeah, but when did it come out on Netflix? Is it on Shudder? I don't know. Is it a new release on YouTube Premium? I don't know.
Yeah, YouTube Premium.
So the one thing that were like, do you believe in Bigfoot?
I believe that there are upright things that live out there in the woods that we don't know about? Yes. Do I believe it's the exact mythos of what Bigfoot is? A little skeptical.
Okay. Are you familiar with the theories about Bigfoot sightings correlating with UFO sightings, like they happen around the same time?
Yes, I have heard that.
So with that, like the Bigfoots, are they aliens? And that makes sense why we don't see them regularly, or why we can't, like, send drones, is because they're not there.
Or is it because, we don't see aliens that often? We don't see. So, yeah, maybe the reason that Bigfoots are sighted around UFOs is because we don't see Bigfoots, we don't see UFOs. Maybe Bigfoots see UFOs more often because they're in the same place that we're not to see the UFOs. Oh, man, I can't hear you. Crap.
So yeah, we're having some technical issues this morning. We're beginning to suspect that we have a gremlin somewhere.
Ooh, there's a good episode, Gremlins.
Yeah, so join us on Rotten Mournings as we discuss gremlins. We may touch back on the topic of Bigfoot. Now I've got to go stitch together 47-second long videos and try to turn this into an episode. While I do that, you guys enjoy your coffee and have a rotten morning.
Have a rotten morning, guys.